Welcome back to Roseaboveit Reads. I'm here to do the BookTube Newbie tag like I had promised. I have the questions written here. It seemed like there were different questions that different people answered, and sometimes they were in a different order, so I'm just going to go with what I have. I don't know what the original is. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? So, I started this channel because I've wanted to get into YouTube, and BookTube seems to be like a really great community and a great place to start and learn and grow. I'm also trying to get more into reading. I haven't read regularly in a really long time, and so this will help me with that. And then also just making videos, engaging, being a better public speaker. There's so many different ways to learn and grow through this channel that it seemed like a good place to start. All right, number 2. What fun, unique things can you bring to BookTube? All right, so what fun, unique things can I bring to BookTube? Fun is probably not where it's going to be. If it's fun, that's a great bonus. That's really secondary on my concerns, so hopefully we'll find something fun together. I have seen that there's a lot of like TBR games. If I end up resonating with the like TBR style, then that might be neat. But if not, then I will just do my thing and perhaps not be fun, however unique. I'm hoping to be of some use there. I'm autistic, so that's a voice I can bring to BookTube. I also have some chronic health conditions that I can bring. What else? I'm a math major. I have a programming background, so that's interesting. And I try to read very diversely. I know there are some other folks that do that as well, but it's still, all of us reading more diversely will bring more uniqueness to the channel, or to BookTube in general. So, yeah, I think that's a good place to start with my uniqueness there. What am I most excited for this channel? I am excited to learn and grow. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for me to learn a lot of skills, learn to be more present and better public speaker, and also to just engage more with various other folks. So those are, I think, probably the big 3. I'm looking forward to some more accountability for my reading. I haven't actually finished any books this year. None. And I'm not sure that I finished any books last year. So hopefully part of this channel will be making it so that I can actually finish books and actually reflect on them, and actually share those reflections. I also, part of the autism thing, I think personally it's related to my autism, is like I've never been good at the synthesis of what I learn in a way that I can then summarize and give to others. And that'll be a big part of this. So by having like something due at the end of the book, I think will help me pay better attention in a way that I can hopefully then talk about to other people in my life, not just here on BookTube. So that's also something I'm hoping to get out of doing this. Number 4, why do I love to read? I love to read because I think it makes me a better person. I learn a lot. I get a sense of like just different types of people and how they work. I get a sense of, either deeper understanding of various nonfiction topics or how they interconnect with one another. I don't necessarily, like I mentioned before, I don't always have the way to express that well, but it does change me on the inside in a way that causes me to be different on the outside, and hopefully be better. So yeah, that's why I love to read. Number 5, what book or book series got me into reading / when did you start reading? I think those are very similar. I really got into reading in elementary school, and the ones I remember most fondly are the Boxcar Children and the Fudge books. I really identified with the older brother, and the younger brother, Fudge, reminded me a lot of my sister, even though she was never that bad. It kind of made me feel... I always really liked reading fiction where the circumstances that the characters had to deal with was worse than my own, because it really, like, made me feel better about the struggles that I did have. But if they were, like, a little bit related, then that was great too. So I grew up in poverty. Boxcar Children, like, I wasn't in that much poverty, but it was still useful for me to kind of feel seen as, like, sometimes things are a struggle. And again, like with the Fudge books, being like, sometimes it's annoying to be the older sibling. So yeah. And then, what question would I ask my favorite booktuber? They're not questions that people have answers to. Like, how are you fun? How? I don't know. Some of you are hilarious. And that's great. Yeah. I guess the other one that people may have an answer to is, like, how do you read so much? But that's kind of a common question that new booktubers ask. So maybe it's something that, like, I'll get better over time. And maybe there's some things that'll just make sense once I'm doing reading more regularly. That seems to be my biggest problem at this point, is just I'm not reading enough. Yeah. Number 7. What challenges do you think in starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Okay. I think that, for me, a big part of it will be just, getting up the courage to sit down and try, keeping my expectations in check and realizing that, like, it doesn't have to be perfect, and if nobody likes it, that's okay. I'm still getting a lot of value out of it. Stop saying, When I did my last video, there were so many ums, and, like, I've done some audio editing, and there I could take out the ums, but, like, I couldn't take out the ums in video. It was bad. So yeah, that's gonna be challenging. I think that, summarizing, reviewing, basically the whole thing, maybe this is a bad idea, but, starting as a newbie and doing a newbie tag and saying, hey, I'm new, I'm probably gonna suck, people are gonna have, like, reasonable expectations of me, and that's great, and I can learn and grow and become better. So yeah, that should be fine. So I'm trying to be okay with being terrible. Let's see here. Number 8. What kinds of books do you like to read? Okay. I like to read nonfiction, a lot of nonfiction, but that doesn't always hold my interest for very long, so it's like, I want to have read a lot of nonfiction, and so I will often start a lot of nonfiction, but I'm hoping to also finish that nonfiction. That would be ideal. And then in fiction, I think for both fiction and nonfiction, what I really care about is something that's going to impact me, and change me, whether it's I understand different types of people, or just, I don't know, maybe the way that it impacts me is allowing me to be more kind to myself, or challenge me to be better in some way, or understand why people do the things they do. Whatever the case is, just something that it makes an impact me such that I am different after having read it. That's, I think, really the key for me. And then number 9, where do you like to read? So I like to read in bed and in the bathtub. These are the 2 places that are very easy for me in my apartment to lie flat. And that is the most comfortable way for me to read with my arthritis. So that's what I do. Yeah. Oh, and then also for the Blackout Buddy Read. I got the 2 books for that, the White Rage and White Fragility. I got them on an audiobook because there wasn't really the time to order them. And so I'm now starting to try audiobooks. I don't think I'm going to like doing nonfiction on audiobook going forward. Like, I'm probably going to have to just reorder these books in physical copy and read them again. But I think it might be a good format for me for fiction. And so I might do more of that. And if I do that, then it'll probably be something that, and that's something that I can do while doing housework or going for a walk. So that'll be the other place that I read. Yeah. Okay, well, that is my list. There might be others on some other list, but if I missed any, feel free to put a comment down below and I will answer it. If you've made it to this part of the video, please put your favorite dessert emoji in the comments. Alright, that's all for now. Enjoy the rest of your BookTube watching. Like if you like it, subscribe if you want more of this journey, and I will see you in the next video.